And the 68th edition of the Grammy Awards have just wrapped up in Los Angeles. The event celebrating the year's biggest achievers in the music industry brought together a string of live performances from the world's most popular musicians, daring fashion, and political statements as well. Among the winners this year, no surprise to see Kendrick Lamar, who was nominated in 9 different categories, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande from the Wicked soundtrack, but also the Dalai Lama. So for more on this, let's turn to our Los Angeles correspondent, Wasim Cornet. Hi, Wasim. Thanks for being with us. You've been following the ceremony. So what stands out to you for this 68th edition?
Well, it's really how history-making the show was, both in terms of music and in terms of culture. At the center of it all, Bad Bunny winning a Best Album of the Year for Debí Tirar Más Fotos. It is the first time ever a Spanish-speaking album has been honored with the Grammys' top prize. Just a sign now, one more sign that Latin music is less and less treated as a side category in these Grammys. Just as a matter of perspective, 25 years ago, the Latin Grammys were created by artists who felt that the Latin music was not being honored enough in the Grammys. And so now, tonight, to see that in a Spanish-speaking album now awarding the top prize of the Grammy is really just a major achievement. Also picking up major accomplishments is Kendrick Lamar and SZA winning Record of the Year for Luther. Kendrick Lamar also has now become the most awarded Grammy rapper in history, surpassing Jay-Z. Lady Gaga also getting recognition. Lola Young, Best Pop Solo Performance for her single Messy. And if you haven't heard Man I Need by Olivia Dean, where have you been for the past few months? The British viral sensation, has won the Best New Artist. No surprise there. But the Grammys also honored artists who have been around for a much longer time. Cher, for example, received the Lifetime Achievement Award, and Steven Spielberg has become the 22nd member of the very exclusive EGOT Club. People who won Emmys, Grammys, Oscars, and Tonys throughout their career, winning a Grammy for the film Music by John Williams.
So, Wasim, the wider context for this ceremony is obviously the U.S. immigration crackdown led by ICE, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, and the public killings of civilians Renee Good and Alex Preddy on the streets of Minneapolis since the start of the year. Puerto Rican reggaeton superstar Bad Bunny felt compelled to denounce the agency in his acceptance speech. Let's take a listen.
Before I say thanks to God, I'm gonna say, eyes out. We're not savage, we're not animals, we're not aliens, we are humans, and we are Americans.
So, Wasim, tell us more about what this statement represents coming from an artist like Bad Bunny.
Yeah, well, what makes this statement so significant is exactly who it's coming from. Bad Bunny isn't some kind of niche artist speaking to a niche audience. You know, this is one of the biggest artists of the time. He's a major political, force in the streaming industry. And so with a fan base that extends much beyond Spanish speakers. So for him to take that stance, so outwardly against ICE at such a major ceremony is quite bold, especially that will be performing the Super Bowl halftime show just a week from now, Sunday night on February 8th in San Francisco. Of course, the big final of the American football conference or championship, rather. But the cynic in me might say that this was quite easy to take up this stance in Los Angeles, surrounded by people who generally share his political views, and with an audience that generally caters to quite elitist viewers or somewhat of an elitist fraction of the U.S. establishment. But we'll we'll have to see whether he takes a similar stance next week at the Super Bowl, which is a much wider audience, much more diverse, a lot more conservative viewers, much more middle America people watching at home. And just to give you an idea, 8 times more viewers watched the Super Bowl than the Grammys last year. So it would be very surprising for him not to say anything, but it will remain to be seen how far he will actually go if he does make a political statement at the Super Bowl next week.
And we'll definitely be keeping eyes on that Super Bowl halftime show next weekend. Also, let's remember that Kendrick Lamar last year had made a quite political performance as well. Thank you, Wasim.